And we were about to have film, and you and your brother walk in, and I'm just staring at him like, ain't no way. So Op is standing next to me, and I'm telling Op like, yo, can you take my phone and take a picture? And Op is like, hell no, man, you about to be teammates. You don't want that.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Thanalysis show/podcast. For everyone out there, people who are listening, thank you for tuning in. Love has been amazing. Today we have a special guest. And you know we got to do the intro, as always. Number 54. Sandro, the Sandman Mamukelashvili, straight from New York. Straight from New York. Even though he's Georgian. Even though he's Georgian. Straight from New York. Born and raised in New York. But born and raised. They moved to Tbilisi, Georgia, if I'm not. Hey, I've done my research now.
Okay, I see.
And they're back. Talk to me, man. Talk to what's going on. How's your day, man? How's your day? How was your day today?
Today, my day was good. We had a long practice today, so took a nap after that. Had a little signing session with Grayson.
Okay.
Yeah, so a lot of fans. It was great, you know. And then walked my dog, did my laundry, and just chilling, man.
We love you out here in Milwaukee, man. You know, obviously, I'm biased because the family, we love him a lot. But I'm saying, generally, they love you out here, man. I think, you know, from our young guys, you kind of showed, you know, the past 2 years that, you know, I mean, obviously, there's the overseas connection too.
Yeah,
I think,
hell yeah.
kind of, yeah. But
Connecting us.
yeah, but so let's just talk a little bit about like how you started. Like, how did you start basketball?
So I started in Georgia. My brother was playing basketball, but he was just having fun with it. And my grandma was in the national team, Georgia national team in women's basketball. So, you know, growing
so your
up,
grandma was the national team, right?
My grandma was a really good player. She was one of the best players in Georgia. So one time I just went to see my brother practice, and I loved it. Went to my mom, and you know, she was like, "If you want to do it, you can try it." So went to my dad's friend. He was a great coach. He's a great coach, and he introduced me to the game, and it was unbelievable. You know, it was tough at first, but I fell in love with it straight away.
Man, and after a couple of years, you rock it, man. In Seton Hall, become Ace Player of the Year. My God! And they get drafted from the Bucks too. Like your journey is crazy.
It's been a crazy journey. You know, I love Georgia, but back in the day, you didn't have a lot of resources. Like it was so limited. Only Georgian players played Georgian players. You didn't go anywhere. So, you know, when I turned 13, if I wanted to go play pro, I had to move somewhere. So, you know, I got lucky that this guy, one of my friends, knew this agent. And he was like, I got a couple of teams in Italy if you want to check it out. And it happened so quick. I went to my dad, and my dad was like, are you crazy? You're not going to Italy. Like, what are you talking about? You got to go to school, you know, get your education and stuff. And, you know, I'm really hard-headed. So I just kept going, telling them I want to go, I want to play. So I went down to Italy in like 2 weeks after that, checked out 3 teams. The best team we liked was Pallacanestro Biella. And just like 2 weeks after that, they told me like, oh, you had a great workout. We would love you to come down, play with us. And my dad asked about education.
How old were you? Were you 13?
Yeah, I was 13.
Right.
And they were like, you're going to go to school too. So my dad was like, okay, as long as he can go to school.
Really important.
Yeah, hell yeah. So that was basically it. But it was tough because getting there for first 6 months, I didn't know Italian. So imagine like I was in an Italian city speaking no Italian. For 6 months, I had no friends, none of that. It was just like me, myself, and I. Like I went to school and I did not understand anything. Like think about it, like I was in Georgia and I did not understand chemistry at all. And then I go to Italy and I got to learn chemistry and Italian. I'm like, what is going on? So it was a tough journey, but 6 months later, with help of my teammates and coaches and stuff, I learned Italian, and you know I'm fluent now. So
fluent in Italian.
Yeah. So
say something to Italian fans, man. We went
ciao a tutti, sono Sandro qui. Mi manca Biella. Spero ci vediamo presto.
Oh, I like this, you know, because we had a lot of fans Eurobasket. You know, we was in Milan, so our group was in Milan.
Yeah, I know.
We had so much fun,
bro. Milan is unbelievable.
There is something about and Italy as a city too, but the fans, so they really love basketball. Like Greece, we really love basketball. So the fans were amazing. And one of our best games was like against Italy. When we played against Italy, it was packed.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Think about it. Like I was playing in Serie A too. My big team was in Serie A too, and I remember first going to the game and I see all these people. They have their shirt off and like going crazy. And in Georgia, you never see that. So I was like, oh my God, like. At the point, my dream was to play for that team, And then, like, seeing, like, early games, I was like, oh, my God, this is unbelievable. So I know where you're coming from.
So, okay, you do that, then you go to college. How did you end up going to college? And how did you end up going to Seton Hall?
So I'll tell you what happened there. Montverde Coach Boyle, he's one of the best high school coaches.
Okay.
He reached out to me, one of his assistants. He said he saw me play. He loved how I play. So if I want to go finish school in Montverde, he would love me to go.
Montverde,
yeah. So that's like a powerhouse of basketball, basically. Yes. Like there's D'Angelo Russell, Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid, RJ Barrett. Shout out to Montverde. So they took me in. And after that, I started getting recruited. And I remember my first offer was Gonzaga. Like the Gonzaga coach came down to see me in Italy. Yeah, nobody knows this story. He comes down.
Who else played for Gonzaga?
Gonzaga's like one of the best schools. Like it's like I don't know. Like
I had a teammate who played for Gonzaga, Matt.
Who?
I think I had a teammate who played for Gonzaga, and then this other guy played for Gonzaga too, right?
Yeah, Andrew Nemhard. Like you remember the guy who played on Pacers? He played for
another guy with the Wizards. Kispert? Is that Kispert?
Yeah, Kispert.
Played for Gonzaga.
Yeah. So it's like a great school.
Great players.
And at the time, I'm like, what is Gonzaga? And they're telling me like we're in Washington and stuff. I don't know where is Washington. I don't know what conference they in. The only schools I know is like North Carolina and Duke. So I'm like, yeah, like, whatever, okay. And like then I get like all these offers, but I don't know what to do with it.
Of course,
like,
you're not from there.
Yeah, I'm not from. So like, all I'm doing is like, okay, I got an offer, and then they text me and I don't respond. And then I remember it was like March, and basically I had all these offers, and I'm like, okay, let's make a decision. And I start calling the team, like the universities back, and they're like, sorry, like you never responded. We gave your offer away. So I was like, oh my God,
because you don't know how you work. How would I know?
Exactly.
So could you explain for people who are coming from overseas? And they get offers right away when they get here. Like, how does that work? What do you have to do when you get an offer?
So when you get an offer,
the right way.
Yeah, one of the assistant coaches is gonna basically tell you they love your game, blah blah. They're gonna tell you all this stuff about the school and stuff, and then they're gonna say like you got an offer, and they're gonna stay in touch. So one thing you gotta understand is like, everybody's like interchangeable. Everybody can be changed. Like if you're not responding to them, like they're gonna go find somebody.
Yeah, you're
else.
Replaceable for sure.
Yeah, replaceable. Exactly.
It's almost professional sports.
Yeah, so I feel like you just gotta stay in touch with them and search a lot about their school. Know who's a senior, who's a sophomore, who's a junior, who's leaving, who has a chance to get drafted, who is on your position. All that stuff you gotta do, because there are some people who go to schools and end up like being third or fourth guy, and then they transfer and then they got a red shirt and all that stuff. So I feel like you just gotta stay in touch with the coach and make sure like. You're going to hear whatever you want to hear all the time, because that's how recruitment goes. But you want to find somebody who's going to tell you the truth and who's going to tell you like what they want to do with you, how they want to develop you and how their developing program is. So I feel like it's like not that complicated, but you got to be on top of your stuff. Like you can't be a kid when it comes to recruitment, because it's about your future,
Yes, 100%. And you just got to text back. Just text back and say, hey guys, I'm here, you know. Right now, at this moment, I'm working on my game, or whatever the case might be.
They're gonna be like, hey, how you doing? How was your day? And you just tell them, like, don't be out there like, oh, like I don't want to. So I feel like that was the thing. But at the end, it worked out great. Seton Hall reached out.
Okay.
Coach Boyle went to Seton Hall, my high school coach. And
so you gotta have some influence too. Like,
I went down and I loved it. It's a small school, but a great basketball program. Okay. Like amazing. Like development wise, I feel like it's one of the best in the country. Like from my freshman year, I went there and I had seniors in my team, and I didn't play. And mentally you got to be strong to do that. Like a lot of people would be like, oh, I want to go, I want to leave and stuff. So I had like All-American in front of me, Angel Delgado. He's the all-time best rebounder in Big East. So just learning from him. And then my sophomore year, coach told me like, yo, like from this year you're gonna be starting for me all 3 years, and you're gonna be playing. So I feel like he just kept his word, and that's why I appreciate it the most.
Now I got a question for you. So you coming from overseas, do you always get along with all your teammates? Or is you don't have to say anything.
No. It's tough. It's
You
definitely
don't have to say
tough. You come down here. I would say like overseas teammates, like they're more together. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like, that's why, like, you know, that's the feeling I had first time I came down here. Like, everybody was so like, they had like, or this friend or that friend, but like, you know, it was not as close. Like, I'm a hugger, you know, so I would like go and like, I would hug all my teammates and hear like, they're all like, you know, they're like a little like distant. So, and they had like, you know, we grow up different. You know, people here grow up different, have fun different ways, and then we grow up different, have fun different
totally
ways.
Understandable.
Yeah, so it was like tough at first. I was like, I don't know, man. Like they used to my English was great, but it was not great. You know, like sometimes I would like mess words up and stuff. So they would like have fun about that and tell me stuff. So I'd be like, man, whatever. So like that used to piss me off a lot. But you know, I feel like one thing you got to know, like when you're playing college basketball, like you go in the gym every night playing one-on-ones, and that's where like you gotta like hoop, and that's where you make friends. I promise you, bro. Like as soon as you show them you're a hooper and you're a dog and you're gonna go out there and compete and win them games, you go home and you feel good because they know like you're a dog too. Like because they never take plays out.
Okay. So funny part about you saying you don't speak English, your accent kind of is New Yorkish. You know this, right? So I got drafted by the Knicks. I played 2 years for them. Up and down with the G League and the team, and with the Knicks, and you definitely got the kind of New Yorkish swag, let's say, or demeanor, and the accent.
Yeah, you can say that. I don't know. You know, I was in Jersey for 4 years. Jersey, New York is basically the same thing. I know people gonna hate on me right now for saying this because like it's not the same.
People in New York might riot right now.
Yeah. People be like, Jersey people always say they're from New York. So I was like, whatever. But I was born in New York. So like, you know, I always had this like little swag going on. Like I used to tell people like, bro, I was born in New York. And you know how much that meant in Europe? Like, bro, like I would go out when I was in Italy and I would just tell like you know, I would tell girls, I'll be like, yo, bro, like I'm from New York. You know, like, yo, how is it? I'm like, yo, it's fire. Like, and I'd never been at the time. I only been to Chicago. So they would be like, how is New York? I'll be like, it's fire. And I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just going off the movies and stuff. So it was fun. Like, but yeah, I was born in New York, so I always had that thing. Like, you know, I'm from New York.
But you definitely. I mean, then you ended up playing for one of the biggest colleges in
Jersey, in that area. Yeah.
So you can't say you're not from New York. Trust me. You know, people from New York will tell you this. Once you spend 6 months in New York, you from New York.
I guess so. Yeah. I love New York, bro. Okay. It's one of the best places.
And so you leave Seton Hall, and then you go to the draft, right?
Mm.
How many NBA draft workouts did you have?
I had like 18.
Oh man, me too. 18 plus, yeah.
It was crazy. The draft was like, think about it, bro. I go my senior year. I go back to school. I test waters my junior year. I broke my wrist mid-season, so teams are like, yo, like I promise you, bro.
Shooting wrist or
the other one.
The other one.
So look, I come back and I'm cooking. My junior year, I'm thinking like I'm about to go to the league. You know how everybody thinks, you know.
Of course.
You like, yo, I'm hooping. I'm going,
for any other reason, if I don't think I'm going to play in the highest level that I can, and then I'll figure it out.
Yeah, exactly. That. So I test the waters, and I get like, I don't know, 25 interviews. And I don't have like everybody telling me to go to school. Like, you know how it hurt at first? I was like, damn, like,
so you
know what I'm saying? Like,
and then it was
my
like,
junior year,
back,
it was COVID year. Yes. So during COVID, you only could do Zooms. So I'm out there like, you know, getting ready for my Zooms and stuff, thinking like, and all these teams are telling me how much they like me, but they think I should go back to school. So I feel like a lot of people would be like, damn, like I got to go back to school. But I took it as motivation. I'm like, yo, I'm going to go back and I'm going to kill. So I go my senior year, I win Big East Player of the Year.
Biggest Player of the Year, yeah.
Yeah, like, I'm like a Metropolitan Player of the Year. I'm all this stuff like All American Honorable Mention, Carmelo top 5 and stuff. So going into the draft, I think like, okay, like at least now like team's gonna, you know. Mm-hmm. But it was tough, man. Like, you know, I had to go through 18 interviews and almost went undrafted. Like I was this close. I was 54th pick, but you know, I'm happy I ended up with you guys. Like one of the best.
Too.
I mean, but it was tough. Like it was like, bro, you go into this workouts and you cooking, but they still want like a younger guy or, You know, like they always have this reason like, oh, he can't slide his feet or he can't do this, but I'm cooking the guys they're drafting, you know? So I'm like,
these are so first of all, the way I see it is that everybody has a role. Everybody has a role. It's real. Everybody, you go to a team and you gotta have a role. This is life, not just a team. This is life. You gotta be a superstar in your own role.
Yeah.
What does that mean though? People keep saying that, but what does that mean? What the ultimate means is like you find something that they don't have and you become really good at it, right?
Yeah.
Now, and it happens all the time. It's just like, what you can't do is like take this personal. You got to be like, it's not personal.
Yeah.
It's business.
100%.
I'm going to find my way, you know?
But you're young. You don't know that. You don't know it's all about business.
Yes.
You don't know.
You're young.
You're young. All you know is like,
you have so much energy. The only thing you think about is like, it's me. I'm gonna do this, and it's okay. You got to think like that. It's not the other way. Like, you understand how many people get drafted every year from the entire planet?
Yeah, I know. Yeah. 60.
Africa.
Yeah.
Asia,
60 picks. Think about that.
Europe, Northern America. Like, how many people get drafted? And it's only 60.
Yeah.
And they all have talent, bro.
Yeah, all of them.
Have talent.
Yeah, I know, but you know, as a player, you just think like, yo, like I'm going to this workout and you know, I'm going from one workout to another workout. Like it's gonna work out. It did work out. Like I'm super happy, as I said. Yeah. But it, like, you know, like during the draft, there were teams I won't say the name.
Yeah,
but
you don't have to.
Yeah, but they were like telling me like, oh, like if you're available, like we're gonna get you and stuff, you know. And then like the time comes and you're sitting with your parents and you're like, okay, like it's that time, and then your agent calls you like, oh, sorry, like they just passed on you. Like you're like, damn.
Yeah, because somebody else was available.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll give an example, right? So if this is true, think of the lottery, right? If you guys can, this is a fact. You guys can go back and look at every draft that's ever happened. If a guy who's projected to go like number 1 or number 2 falls,
yeah, it's over.
He might, like, there's been players who fell from 6 to like 21.
Yeah, I know.
Because the other teams are already set who they're gonna get. So even if you're available, they might be like, oh, I already promised him. I can't do otherwise.
Yeah.
You know? So then you fall to a team that was like, oh, he's available. Let's get him. So it happens.
No, 100%. Yeah, like one of the teams that were like,
where were you when you was in the draft? Where were you?
What you mean, like where did I watch the draft?
Well, yeah, where were you exactly? What were you doing?
I was like, my cousin was there, my brother was there, like everybody was there, and I was at my mom's brother's son's apartment in New Jersey.
Oh, he was in the US.
So
okay.
he had like a big screen, and we were all watching it.
How many people in the house?
Not a lot. So you know, it's tough when you like when you know you are at the borderline of getting drafted and undrafted. Like, you don't want to bring a lot of random people in there, you know? Like, you got to bring only the ones, you know? Like, if you go undrafted, you know you're going to look around the room and they're going to be like, okay, like, that's all right. And
yeah, that's the family.
You don't want to be like, oh, damn, I got undrafted. And then you're kind of like, you know?
No, the reason I asked is because, like, you know, I get, like, you was one New York, you came back, you know, obviously, the years. I wanted to see if you kind of had the, you know, like a lot of people in the U.S., a lot of people like kind of have like a whole party. You know, like
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
I never,
I'm not,
never had that.
Hell no. I just had my family. Like, I know I'll look around the room and they're the people I love the most, and they are the people who I want to share this joy with. Okay. And it was my dad, my mom, a couple of my friends, my brother, and that's it. Like, it was strictly family, and we was watching on the big screen, and the first round went for like 3 hours, bro. Like the first round, you know how it is. And then the second round be short. So
second round was like boom, boom, boom.
Yeah,
it's already decided.
So second round it was at the end, 54 when it came. I don't know, it was unbelievable, bro. I'll never forget that moment. It was tough.
I'll be honest with you. You felt it though. Like when you got drafted, it was like, yes,
bro. It's tough. They call you, you know, they tell you the details and stuff, and you start panicking. Like, is it what I want to do? Is it what? At the end of the day, like, you get drafted. That's like an unbelievable thing.
It's an unbelievable feeling, and people don't say this. Like, once you get drafted, you become a 6-digit player.
Yeah,
you know this, right?
Yeah.
So once you get drafted, most of the time, this is like, I'm talking about 90%, 95%. In general, you come out of college, or you go overseas, you go anywhere. If you got drafted, you can become a minimum 6-digit player.
I don't know why you're talking about. I'm broke.
Yeah, no, but you, that's what you you're saying, but you necessarily are not.
Yeah.
Because if you think about this, like you're making quite good money.
No, I am.
You know, you taking care of your family.
I ain't gonna lie to you. During the draft, I was not even thinking about money.
Of course. But I'm saying is, in reality, if you go back I'm a businessman, bro. And as a businessman, I see this. I see the kids who are like, oh, yeah, I don't know if I wanted to get drafted. I don't know this. And I said, listen, you getting drafted means like you got a chance to be in the NBA.
Yeah, that is true.
You know? So it's kind of translate to that. Okay, after the draft, what do you do? What happens?
After the draft, I met up with my agent. We went out to celebrate a little bit. Nothing crazy because, you know, I don't know. It was a lot of emotions. I feel like I couldn't even celebrate. I wanted to celebrate. I was so tired and like emotionless. I was just like, I went out. I was with my friends and I was just waiting like what would happen. And I remember like Bucks posted me, you know, like welcome to the team. Like you
was hyped.
That was the moment. I said, oh my God. And like I refreshed my Instagram and all I see is like hell of stuff going on. And I'm like, this is crazy. Like this is crazy. Like they just, you know, like I can't wait to go down.
And then they drafted you.
It's a funny story. Like you was the first one to text me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I'm refreshing my feed and all I see is like, yo, you know, like, I'm like, dang. And I'm telling my man, it's like, yo, Thanasis just texted me and like,
I gotta welcome you to the team.
Yeah, it was crazy. Not a lot of people like that night. Nobody really texted me but you. So I'm like, I'm going crazy. I'm like, yo, like, you know, and then I'm looking at it. Funny story about like, sorry, I'm about to jump a little forward, but I remember seeing your brother for the first time, bro. Like, I'll never forget it. We were in Vegas. Okay. We were about to have film, and you and your brother walk in.
We did when we came to see you guys play.
Vegas,
right?
Yeah. Okay. So he walks in, and I'm just staring at him like, ain't no way. So Op is standing next to me, and I'm telling Op like, yo, can you take my phone and take a picture? And Op is like, hell no, man, you about to be teammates. You don't want that. And I was like, oh, all right.
First of all, you know that's perfectly cool, right?
Yeah, I know.
Okay, I was
bro,
about
you
to
don't
say,
understand. Like, to me, it was like, damn, like he's an MVP, all that. Y'all just won a championship. And I'm like, that's Giannis, man. So it was like, just like when I searched up, like you had Drew, you, Giannis, all them play Bobby. I'm thinking to myself, like, wow, like I'm really about to go and like be their teammate. And it was great. Like it was unbelievable.
You know, and me and Yasser was having this conversation. It was like, man, we got like, you know, great young guys, great culture. Because, you know, the culture does not come from it comes from the whole team.
Yeah, you know, we learn from y'all and we carry the culture over.
The culture, you know, for the next guys, guys, right? This is your second year with us.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I need, you know, all this, like they got to buy in, they got to understand what we do here, how we are, you know, how like close we are and what we do for the Bucks and how we are as a family, you know? But I definitely kind of felt it too, because when we came to Vegas to you guys, all the guys were like, oh, shit. Yeah. All the guys are here. Like, you know, because a lot of guys don't go to the summer league. It's like, you know, these guys, it's like.
It's very limited.
Yeah. Even like Bobby was there, you know, guys like that, because we was all working out. But a lot of guys don't go out there so much to support, you know?
I thought Bobby was mean at first, because I remember meeting him for the first time and he was like, what up, Rook? And that's all he told me. And he just dabbed me up, walked away. I'm like, damn, like. And he was like, he looked so mean. I'm like, I got nervous. I was like, yo.
But what do you think now?
Nah, that's my best friend. That's one of my best friends.
Best friend,
like, that's
right?
my guy. Like,
I'm telling you, like it just, you know, you gotta.
Bobby's like one of the kindest people I know. Like
ever, bro.
You know, underdog.
Man,
you know,
and he's real. Like
hell yeah, the real one.
That's what you
real
know.
Talk. You
real
know?
Talk.
So so it was great after the draft, summer league, blah blah.
Oh yeah. Okay, so you do summer league after the draft, then you go with the Bucks. I mean, we're going through a season. What do you think about the game, about the NBA? At first,
like I remember my first training camp practice, and Giannis is in the locker room. I think his knee was hurting at first, so he didn't practice for like 3-4 practices at first.
Oh yeah, we just got back from
so he's coming back, and I'm telling him like, you better watch your back. I'm coming for you. I swear.
No. So, say what you want to say. I'll tell you exactly.
Yeah.
What
so
happened
I'm talking to him like, you better watch your back. I'm coming for you, bro. Like, you don't know me and stuff like that, right? But it's all jokes. Like, it's all fun and games. I know he's who he is. But
I know it's all jokes, but listen to this, bro. So you telling him all this time. I walk in the locker room, and he's like, man, like, I like this kid, man. he just got it. I like this guy. Like, he's gonna get me, but like, he's gonna, competitive. He's gonna get him better. And he's like, he kept saying, I was like, what did he say? Did he say something? I was like, what did he say? He's like, no, I gotta get in. I was like, bro, relax. Like, no, I gotta get in. And then
then he got in. It was crazy. Like, I remember the first play, he just comes down and just does it like, he does the quick spin, and just poof. And I'm like, oh, damn. And then I hate Nick for this, our guy Nick. He made he made a whole mixtape, and he posted on Instagram, right? And all you see is like, just like him, like, or he's giving me a bucket, or he's like giving like behind the head back pass or some crazy stuff, and like all my friends are just like sending it to me. Like, I'm on like every news outlet in Georgia and stuff. I'm like, use it as motivation, I guess.
That's motivation, but it's crazy. They send this stuff, but they don't know the actual story that you were like.
Yeah, I was.
You were like, but it's good because that's how you want to be. That's how you want to be. You want to be competitive.
Bro, you were playing against like one of the guys who grew up watching. Like, I'm not gonna go out here and be like, but. I learned my lesson though. It was it was a fun day. And NBA games, they're fast, man. Everybody's so talented. In college, like, or you're faster than somebody, or you're more athletic than somebody. Here, everybody knows how to hoop.
Everybody the same.
If you don't go in there ready, you're gonna get cooked. Like, so I feel like it's more mental at this point. Like, if your mental is there, if you're competitive, like, you can't control much. All you can control is your competitiveness, your effort. And I feel like if that's there, your energy, then you're gonna play good.
Yes.
Like, that's what you have every game. Like, when you go in, you play hard as hell, energy, defense, you chase the ball and stuff. And I feel like that's what gets you going.
That's what gets me going. Like, I can't play another way. But the thing is, and then you find rhythm. You're gonna find your shots, you're gonna find everything. But now that you say mixtape, right? Nick had a whole mixtape. I want to go back a little bit. Did you ever had a mixtape, like your own mixtape in high school? Like,
I hit a mixtape. It's like blue chip mixtapes or something.
So was it like Ball is Live? Oh no, blue.
It was
chip?
like blue chip. It's
blue
like
chip?
Basically the same things, And then that was my like. It's funny how it sounds, but I don't know if you grow up like this. But I was watching all them kids like Marcus Lovett and like Dennis Smith Jr. and like Chevy Woods. Chevy Woods.
But the guys we watched.
Seventh Woods, I think.
Was like John Wall mixed.
Yeah, John Andrew Wiggins.
Yeah, but I don't know who said this. I kind of saw this on Instagram lately. And shout out to who, if you guys can find who said it. No, Austin Rivers said it.
Oh, Austin Rivers, crazy.
Austin Rivers said it. And it was real. Like, when you used to have a mixtape, he was like
big thing.
You was one of them ones.
Bro,
like,
I promise you.
Of
like,
high school, you was one of them. How do you guys, is that right? What I said?
Yeah,
like,
one of them ones.
One of them ones.
Nah, that's how it is. Like,
I don't know if it's still like this anymore.
Bro, what?
Longer, but.
Bro, I was in Europe watching it every day. Every day I used to watch mixtapes. Like, that's all I did at home. Like, Google like Shift Team. I remember all them Ballers Life socks, and I was trying to get a Ballers Life shirt, and
shout out to Ballers Life.
I'm not sponsored by Ballers Life, but that's how it is. But still, shout out. Like, they really changed the culture with that stuff. Hoop mixtapes, Ballers Life.
You gotta give credit with the people when they do it.
Like, they just like started this new trend, and I remember watching it. And like, I remember like they said Seventh Woods, the best seventh grader in the country. And then he goes and like starts going correct. Like, bro, I promise you, pull up that mixtape. He dunking like that. And I'm telling my mom.
Zion's mixtape, bro.
Yeah, I'm telling my mom, like, yo, I don't know if I want to go back to America. Like, this is crazy. Like, this makes no sense. We in the same grade. I'm in the 7th grade. I'm barely touching the rim. Like, so it was funny how like that really changed like how everything was viewed. And getting my first one, I felt like I was the guy. I'm like, So it was great. It was great.
Okay, and now translate to the NBA. We didn't get to play a lot. Oh, we kind of played one game together. Like,
yeah, we killed. We cooked at the end of the day. Yeah.
I think.
What do you had? You had like 26, right?
We got like. I think you had 29. I had 26. We was
cooking.
Was cooking.
I had one great pass to you.
Yeah.
Remember when I passed it behind that?
But this is the thing I think people don't understand about the NBA. Like, Like every player is great, bro. I promise you.
Yes.
You might think like some players can't play, but it's not true. It's not true. Like if you let guys play,
they can exactly.
They can play. If you let them play, they rock. But I understand that it's about the role. It's about what you got to do. It's same thing with life and business. You know
exactly. That you said it perfectly, bro. You got to be great at one thing in NBA. You guys gotta get you paid.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And then they're like superstars.
Yes. No, but then the superstars, then you get to find your niche and everything.
Yeah.
Let me ask you, what do you think about outside the court? Like, where do you see yourself outside the court?
See, it's tough right now.
No, you don't have to say something. I'm not putting you on the spot.
No.
Like, have you ever thought about like, okay, what would I like outside the court? Like, what are you interested in?
You see, it's tough. Like, I just have a dog. I love my dog. Outside the court, like during the season, that's all I do.
What kind of dog do you have?
I have a pit.
Okay.
So basically, what happened is they didn't want him. Nobody wanted him when I was in college.
So you adopted him?
Yeah. So like, I was like, basically, what happened is somebody dropped it off to my friend, and he was like, "I'll pick him up in like 5 days." And the dog was eating like Chick-fil-A sandwiches and stuff. And it's like 2 months old puppy with rashes and stuff, still like worms in his poop and stuff. So I'm like, I take him to the vet, and I was like,
so wait, he dropped him and then
he was like, I'll be back. And then I'm like going to my friend's house, and all I see is this wild dog running around.
How many days went by too?
Like 5, 7, 8. I don't know. It was like mad long. And then I called my brother. I'm like, yo, there's this puppy. Like you want to come check him out? And he comes in, and he was so sweet. And then I took him to the vet, and then I slept with him for a night, and it was done deal. I'm like, I'm not giving it away. And since then,
hey, what about the guy who came back for the dog?
Oh, so look. So I call him. I'm like, this is not like. I tell my friend like, call him and tell him this is not his dog no more.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
you punked him.
I was like, bro, this is my dog now. Like, what are you talking?
Punked him.
And this guy's like,
but
no,
like he didn't take care of it. Though.
Yeah, he's like, no, I'm coming back. I'm about to take dog to my mom's house in Texas. I'm like, we're all the way in New Jersey, like, and you can't take care of him now. I feel like you're gonna lose this dog midway to Texas.
Yes.
So I'm like, I'm not giving him the dog. And then we settled where like I was keeping the dog. And
he said, okay, he was fine with it after. He was like,
he was not fine with it
in the beginning.
No, he was never fine with it. But you know.
But the thing is, like, it's your responsibility. You got to really take
exactly.
care of it.
If you buy a dog, like, don't get me wrong, like, since having this dog, I had a dog when I was young, but I didn't really realize like how much love they show. Like when I was young, like it was just a family dog,
yes,
and I would love him, like play with him. But like when you really have to like teach your dog sit, stay, to lay down, like don't poop at home, like stuff like that, and you pour your heart in it, and then he shows you love, then it's different. Like it becomes your best friend. And man, I want to get another dog. Like I want to get 7 more dogs, and like it's just like
okay.
Yeah, it's that. So off the court, I just stay with him as much as possible because we travel. Mm-hmm. I'm not married. So
just put this out there. No, seriously, you can promote yourself. I know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Put it out there. I mean, obviously, it's not a dating show or a dating.
Yeah, I know.
Pod.
Well, I'm gonna use my platform to say I'm 6'10", good looking, from Eastern Europe / New York. So if y'all guys looking for somebody, like I'm free.
Okay.
So yeah, that's all I do, bro. My cousin live with me, and he's my best friend. So I feel like you just do nothing all day. Just whenever I'm free, just go and try to play basketball as much as possible. Like we really go to the gym and talk, and then we just shoot. And then
that's good.
Come home. Yeah.
At least you got a.
Nah, we always go to the gym. Like that's
too.
Like I feel like you get so used to like staying in the gym. When you have off, you're still gonna want to go to the gym. But yeah, most of the time I just stay with my dog and do it.
Have you ever felt like down and feel like, man, I can't. I need something like to uplift me. And if you did, how did you like?
Oh, okay. That's a great question. So I'm more of like an adventurous guy.
Yeah.
So if I feel like I'm down, and there's a zoo here, I love animals.
So you will go to the zoo?
So I'll go to the zoo, or I'll find something to do. Like it will sound childish, but like I go to Dave and Buster's.
It doesn't.
Dave and Buster's, like Sky Zone, something to get my mind off it.
No, it doesn't sound childish. It's like
some people love
mechanism.
Some people love going going shopping or something to get your mind off it. Okay. For me, it's always like some adventure stuff.
So you go like as they say, we call this from Greece, like at home, we call it shopping therapy.
Okay.
Basically, you do like go out there, you buy something, you feel nice.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like some people do that. I prefer like going somewhere, like just like having fun, like really fun, like getting your mind off it. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't think about anything else. You don't want to think about basketball some days, you know. When it's not like some days you're like let me get my mind off it. Because I've been so worried about it or so like it's so important to you. Basketball is life. So sometimes you want to do something else. So I just go with Dave and Buster's and then go get some good food.
What's your favorite game? What do you play at Dave and Buster's?
Basketball.
Basketball, you like
shooting game or like they got like so basically my favorite game is like this the big claw and basically you gotta get like a big toys.
Yeah.
And so I try to do that all the time. Just get big toys.
So do you play a little bit or you play like 10 times in a row?
I play until I win. I gotta
win. You one of them guys like
I get competitive with the claw. I'll be like, come on. Like so
you play like 20 times in a row.
Hell yeah. So as long as I win. And then I'm a big food guy. Like, I want to try all the food spots. All the food spots.
The good question. What do you think about Greece when you came to Greece?
I love Greece. Bro, like, I really want to go to the islands. I've never been to no islands. But Athens, like, first of all, like, you know, I'm from Europe. I'm right next to y'all, like, very close. And we got the same cultures and stuff. So coming down there and just seeing, like, Acropolis and all this, like, places. And, like, it's so, like, you can go in Greece and like feel like the old vibes and the new vibe. Like it's just like so good. Like I love it, man. And just like I would go there every summer if I could. You know,
you know this is open invite.
Thank you.
Whatever you need, house, anything, you just let me know. This is not even a question.
I said that on purpose so you could see.
So you can put me on the spot. But okay, and then you go to the now. This is a question. If you could pick, right? Would you rather? This is a section I always do. You know, you got to pick one. Would you rather block a shot, or block a game winner shot, or make a game winner shot? Shoot one.
I'm making it.
Making it.
Hell yeah. You know, it's great when you block a shot.
Okay.
But boy, when you stand and make that shot, and like it's just like different. You know, I just need that. I made one game winner shot in college, and it was the best thing I've ever done. I feel like it's like the best memory I have. Like I remember it like it was yesterday. So definitely shoot.
Yeah.
How about you?
I would say I would mostly like to block a shot. Like block a shot. But I'll tell you why. I've made a shot that we said one. I remember I was playing like a friendly game. I don't know. We were playing against I think Serbia or whatever. I made a shot, great shot, sent it to overtime. Yeah. It was a great feeling. Of course, I went crazy, you know, because it was mostly at home and national league. But like, think about this, right? The block shot involves two players. I mean, even in the making of the shot. But I'm saying like to block a shot, that means like we're up, we already scored.
Okay.
He wants to get a bucket, right? And he's like trying to get him off, man. All of a sudden, you remember when what Drew did doing with the Celtics?
Oh my God, that was crazy.
How crazy was that?
That was fire
against the Celtics. And
I remember.
I think it would have been Game 5 to force a Game 6. How crazy was that?
That was unbelievable.
Like,
but at the same time, like I don't know, like to me. But I know what you mean though. Like blocking a shot, game winner shot,
or steal, and all of a sudden,
and everybody goes crazy. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that too. I don't know. Now you kind of made me like.
Okay, so another question. Let's move on to the next one. So the next one is, chocolate ice cream or vanilla ice cream? So let me throw you off. Chocolate ice cream or vanilla ice cream?
That's a great question. Let me see. Like you know them machines who give you like this swirly ice cream, or no? Like they got it at McDonald's, and you can ask them like half and half.
The swirly.
Yeah, it's like comes down like this.
I kind of feel I've always wanted to get one, but I've never gotten one because it's never.
So basically, what I would do is I would get like a vanilla ice cream with chocolate fudge. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that's fire. So, but I would go with vanilla.
Vanilla, okay. Would you rather? Are you gonna pick? Would you rather know everything about the past or know everything about the future?
I will say this: whatever happened in the past is none of my business. So I'll go with the future. You know?
Okay. Why do you think that way?
You know, it already happened.
It already happened.
I can't really change nothing about it. It's out of my control. It happened already. Like if it's different if I know the past and I can go and I can change stuff and I can come back, then I will take the past.
No, I'm just saying from a perspective of.
But if I know, like if I can see the future, like you know, I feel like I can be more helpful than knowing that.
I'm just saying from a perspective of a historian.
Yeah.
You know everything about the past, and so nobody can. All these books you're reading, you could just be like, "Hey,
yeah, I know
this is incorrect." I know exactly what happened.
That will be crazy. That will be, that will be crazy. Imagine like if everything is here is like just whatever people made up, or like how many times they rewarded it or something.
Yeah, because everybody has wrote their own version of it of everything. So, okay,
I can see that.
Do you play games at all? Video games?
Nah,
you don't play video games at all.
I don't like video games.
Why?
I try to get into them, but after like 5 days, I just be like, I can't do this.
So you,
I can't. I don't know why. I don't know what's wrong with me. I hate video games. Like, only video games I like is like a story video game. You know, like Mafia 2. And you gotta plot and you gotta like, or like stuff like that. But I hate
Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, like
a game like that.
I don't like the online one. I like only like the version where you gotta like
the story, like you really being the character.
Yeah.
Okay.
Far Cry or something.
That's
but I don't really play games.
That's valid. Okay, so now we'll go to a section. I'm gonna tell you some stuff, and you're gonna tell me what's true and what's false. Right?
Okay.
I got you.
Let's get it.
Look. I want to see what you think. Is it true or false, obviously, that humans landed on the moon before inventing wheeled suitcases? And what's a wheeled suitcase? Is it true or false?
I would say that is true.
It is true.
Yeah.
It is true.
I can see that.
They landed before. The first landing was 1969, and the patent for like wheeled suitcases came in 1970. All right. Yes, 1970.
Yeah, I can see that. I feel like people were like carrying. You know, I'm from Eastern Europe. I know them carriers. You know, my mom used to carry all that stuff.
You got the traps in the shoulders.
Yeah, hell yeah. Like, so I know that. So it made sense.
Okay, is it true or false that the lighter was invented before the match?
No, that's false.
It's true.
For real?
Yes. So the lighter was invented before the match. That's what I thought
crazy.
about too.
It makes no sense, but it makes sense, I guess.
Please, whoever listen to this or like watches on the platform, please let us know in the comments more detailed stuff about this, please. Okay, I'm giving one more. See what you think, right? Is it true or false that more people are killed by vending machines each year than sharks?
That is... How we get killed by a vending machine, I don't know, but I would say that it's true.
It is true.
It
is true. So you just guessed it?
Yeah, I guessed it.
So
because I don't really see shark attacks like that, but I feel like somebody might be drunk and just like try to like shake the thing and it's just like, you know.
So it's a fact, and it's true that more people get killed by vending machines than sharks each year. And they're like, you know, the statistics guys, the analytic guys who always like, I don't even know who kind of thinks about this stuff, but they do this stuff. And it's a higher probability to get killed.
Yo, that's
knock on wood by a vending machine than a shark.
That's crazy. That's unbelievable. What?
Okay. So, you know, we're kind of coming towards the end of the show. But we always leave them with a motivational quote. Just, you know, like, you know, people who watch the show, mostly, you know, all fans or just people who come across this and, you know, just them listening to this, going to work or going somewhere. I just want them, you know, to, you know, just lift their day up, you know, lift their spirits up and motivate them.
Okay.
So you have if you have a quote, you don't necessarily have to say something, but maybe you have a story that really motivates you every day or something that keeps you going every day.
So as far as the quote goes, I already know what I would say.
Oh, okay.
It's my mom's favorite quote. I got it tatted on me right here. It says, character defines destiny. You know? So like, I feel like if your character is strong and you are like that guy who wants to achieve something and works for it every day, like your destiny, like, you know?
You're destined for great things.
Yeah, exactly. Like, like it will happen for you because of like the way you're working. And plus God sees everything. Like, I don't know, like I'm a very spiritual guy. Like spiritual religious guy. So like I feel like God always rewards hard work, you know,
Amen.
in some shape or form.
He does.
You know, that's definitely that. Like, you know, and then motivational stories, like just don't ever give up. Like I've been nowhere. Like I've been like in like how many places? Georgia, Italy, Florida, Jersey, to just get here and still working on it. So, you know, don't ever think like you made it. Like you're always in the constant work. So just keep working, keep your head up, and you know, when the bad things happen, you know, like just keep working. Like it will go away like at some point.
It's gonna be better days are coming.
Yeah.
Yeah. One last thing. The fans are asking. What do you do with your beard, man? How do you get the beard so, you know, on point?
It's funny. Like I don't do nothing.
Obviously, I just made that question up.
Yeah, I know. I don't do nothing. I just.
So it's genetics then.
Yeah, it is. Definitely is. It's crazy how I got some red and some like, you know. I take pride in my beard. You know, it's just like it's one of them things. Like what defines me. So I'll take like, if you want to have beard like me, you can't, because it's the only beard.
You can't.
It's the only one beard in the world.
You gotta give him a little bit of hope.
Nah,
man,
no hope.
Man, thank you so much.
You gotta be Georgian. Yeah, that's all I'm telling. Before you finish, I just want to shout out to my Georgians, man. You know, I miss home. I'm from Tbilisi, and they're my peoples. And you know, we had Eurobasket this year, and they showed so much love, and they had my back throughout it all. So, you know, I miss all my Georgian people, and I'm there for them always. You know, my people, man, love them, and big shout out to them, and shout out to my friends and my Seton Hall community. I love y'all, and good luck with the season.
So good luck, man. Thanks so much for being on the show. Appreciate it. You know, this like, you know, I am as a person, and I know like we'll both have like our schedules is crazy, but just trust me, this is gonna bring a lot of good energy and a lot of positivity to the people out there. You know,
thanks for having me, man. Appreciate you.
Welcome to another end of Thanalysis show. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, tuned in. For people watching or listening to the podcast, thank you so much. If you want to listen to the podcast, obviously in every available platform that you guys listen to your podcast. If you want to watch the video, you can watch it on Antetokounmpo TV. And if you want to watch the social clips, Thanasis Antetokounmpo 43. If you want to follow Sandro Mamukelashvili, Sandro, get him on Instagram. Don't hesitate. You know, I mean, don't go crazy on his.
Go crazy.
On his socials, but man, show him some love, man. Thank you guys.
Appreciate you. Mamu. My God.
Thanalysis is recorded at No Studios, Milwaukee's creative hub and production studio.